And we have finally not only reached the end, not only reached the crest, the mountaintop, the summit, the zenith of this album, but some would in fact say the pinnacle. So that's what we're going to do here. Today we're going to listen to the final track here on Mass, Kansas. We're going to go ahead and finish it out with the pinnacle. We just listened to Mysteries and Mayhem, which you could clearly hear it was transitioning over into. So let's go ahead and play like the last few seconds of Mysteries and Mayhem, and then we'll let it lead into the final track here on the album. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me pull up Mysteries and Mayhem, get to the very end right about there, and we'll let it go on from there. Here we go, guys. Here it comes. I like how it comes in, gets out. That little classical touch. There's your harpsichord. From the depths. I caught you. Track is hitting a lot of places. I like that synth rise. I like how that groove with the violin now. That's magic. It's a great fill.
I have so much to say, and yet I cannot speak. Come and do my bidding now, for I have grown too weak. My weary eyes have seen all that life can give. Come to me, oh young one, for you I can forgive. I stood where no man goes, and conquered demon foes. With glory and passion, no longer in fashion, the hero breaks his blade.
It's a great line.
Cast the shadow long, that I may hide my face, and in this cloak of darkness, the world I will embrace. change like the season, a jester's promenade.
This track has a lot of cool moments.
At my feet I see the offering you bring. The mark of Cain is on our faces, born of suffering. Oh, I long to hear.
There's the release.
It's not been wrong. I stand before you now, a riddle in my song. The answer is that sweet refrain, unheard it always will remain. Beyond our reach, beyond the pain.
I like how the bass stayed at that note. The riff. Space lasers. I like that change a lot right there. Phil is going absolutely ham right here. That was a cool little section there.
Trapped in life's parade, a king without a crown. In this joy of madness, my smile might seem a frown. With talons wrought of steel, I tore the heart of doom. And in one gleaming moment, I saw beyond the tomb. I stood where no man goes,
Rising guitar.
above the dim arrows. Life is amusing, though we are losing, drowned in tears of awe.
This is a show closer. I love that kick pattern. He's singing really high. That's the build-up. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have to admit. Get in here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, don't run away. Get in here. You have to. I don't want you to get too close. You have to admit that that was an incredible ending to the album. You could love this album. You could hate the album. You could be somewhere in the middle of the road in the album. But you have to admit. Come on. No, you're scared? You have to admit. Feel your heart. Feel that this was the best song on the album. I mean, or at least admit to yourself that this was a brilliant ending. Oh, wrong way. I meant to go the other way. This was a brilliant ending to the album. To me, this feels like a Los Endos from Trick of the Tail, right? Genesis. It feels like it, obviously it's not necessarily calling back to previous songs, but like, it feels like a great summation of this album. This feels like the climax. They epically built this up. Every single member, you could sit and dissect what they're doing in this song, and you could spend minutes and days talking about it. You could spend hours talking about whatever each member is doing in here, because they all contribute to 110% to their fullest measure, and they bring it in this track. This is a concert closer. This is a show ender. This is the Pinnacle, truly living up to its name. I have no, you know what? Let me come back a little bit. Let me pull myself back. Let me rein myself in. The horses are out of the stables. So when it was first beginning, I did have that notion of, oh God, it's going to be one of those progressive rock tracks that's going to be inserting a bunch of randomness, going from here to here without any sort of clear-cut transition, nothing organic, just going to be over here and then ding, 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 over here. And granted, there is some of that. However, I think that this is for me. This is a track that, while it has a lot of that just cut and dry, left to right with no transition kind of moments, the power of the music is so incredible that I can't help but be won over by it. That's where I'm leaning. In the beginning, I liked it, but I was like, it's gonna go over all the place. And it does. But it does it to such like grand effect that I'm won. That's an incredible track. Like I said, I could sit here and go through every single member and say, you know, oh, they played the bass well, they played the violin incredible, the drumming from Phil, and all of that would be true. I'm just not going to sit here and go down the list. But I will say, I love the classical-like measures that are brought in, the symphonic nature of it all, that just brilliant wraps it up. I am going to mention a few things. I mean, the violin, like I said, is incredible. I like the harpsichord, like I mentioned. The organ coming in to understate the vocals, the very high vocals that are just powerfully sung at the very end. Just the, like that, just soaring into the clouds of the heavens. That was just very, very wonderful. I like how they built it up with those crashes at the end to give it that kind of breath, that intake before collapsing it all in. I don't know. I think that this track is incredible, truthfully. This is the type of track that makes you remember the album. You may forget some of the other tracks. I don't think you will, but there may be some that you forget. But I think this is the one that makes you remember. Now, coming off of the story from the previous track, of which we are running away from something or trying to find something, it was a darker place. But now we have brilliantly been blinded by the light. I have so much to say, and yet I cannot speak. Come to do my bidding now, for I have grown too weak. My weary eyes have seen all that life can give. Come to me, O young one, for you I can forgive. I stood where no man goes and conquered demon foes with glory and passion. No longer in fashion, the hero breaks his blade. It is time for the fight to be over. It is time to rest. Cast this shadow long that I may hide my face, and in this cloak of darkness the world I will embrace. In all that I endure, of one thing I am sure, knowledge and reason change like the season, a jester's promenade. Lying at my feet I see the offering you bring, the mark of Cain is on our faces, born of suffering. Oh, I long to hear you say it's not been wrong. I stand before you now, a riddle in my song. The answer is that sweet refrain, unheard it will always remain, beyond our reach, beyond our game. So here's what I kind of feel. I feel like this song and the previous one are taking kind of a spiritual religious journey. I feel like this is just my interpretation. The previous song was basically about death, or or wandering or in search of the truth, wandering into the unknown. And I think that this song is the pinnacle. What could the pinnacle be? I feel like it could represent a bunch of things. It could be this person dying and now they've reached their version of heaven. They're speaking to their version of God and asking like, hey, have I done pretty good? Or like, was it like, you know, like how many thumbs am I getting up? Like, what's the cost of entry behind those pearly gates? Or it could really just be about an internal spiritual journey or a search of any sort, trying to find oneself, trying to find meaning, trying to find purpose, and all the other things. You know, I feel like it could go both ways, and it could go even more ways than that. Trapped in this life's parade, a king without a crown. In this joy of madness, my smile might seem a frown. With talons wrought of steel, I tore the heart of doom, and in one gleaming moment, I saw beyond the tomb, looking beyond death. What's next? I stood where no man goes. After the din, I rose. Life is amusing, though we are losing, drowned in tears of awe. So I think the ending truth is, yes, we're all going to die, but it's not where we're heading. It's how you're heading there. Did that make sense? Hold on, did that sound good or not? It's not about where you're heading, since we're all heading to the same place. It's about how you're getting there. I think like the inevitability of death, but it's how you live your life. You know what? That sounded good, so I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for journeying through the album with me. I hope that this song hit you in the same way it did me, but even if it didn't, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know those thoughts in the comments below. Follow me in a bunch of places that are here on the screen. I appreciate you coming on through. Hope that you stay by, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.